This thing that I have found is what I would call my gracious space. Hi folks, Jack Carlisle here with Gracious Spaces, and boy do we have a treat for you today. I am sitting in a garden oasis right in the middle of Old Town Orange, the place I love, where I work, I have friendships, and it's a pretty special day because Laura B. Gardening, who is here today with us, and her lovely daughter Jade have allowed us to come in to her sanctuary and sit and chat about gardening today. So welcome, you guys.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you for hosting it. Well, for allowing us to come into your podcast. And we're really excited.
Yes, this is so exciting.
Well, as I watch your YouTube channel, I'm blown away being here. Seeing the beauty on YouTube is one thing. It's gorgeous, and you have amazing tips and garden advice and whatnot. But sitting here is really like, I'm just waiting for my glass of Chablis to come over. And you might find me taking a nap later today on this beautiful chair. But this is a passion for you, huh?
It definitely is. And exactly what you said is what I'm trying to do with the garden is to have different vignettes to, have a place to come and read. I'm always about that, different experiences with the garden, or a place to gather with friends, or a meditation area, or down there where you see the bistro area, just a gathering where we've hosted many things down there, and it's been so much fun.
So a few nights ago, you made s'mores right here, right?
My daughter and her boyfriend and I were sitting here, and it was cold that night.
It was so cold, but we were able to put the fire on, and the sunset from this spot is just gorgeous. So it was the perfect experience.
I love that. And so what you're doing here is you're creating memories and experiences just as you intend to do. And an aspect of that is your relationship with each other, right? You're the camera gal, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm the camera girl. Support my mom with whatever she wants to do, whatever kind of video or content she wants to put out there.
She's my muse sometimes. Yeah. My muse with the ideas and muse with money. She's like, Mom, we really have to have that. I'm like, what do you think Dad's going to say? Oh, it's okay. I'm like, okay, let's do it. But hide the receipt from Dad.
Yeah. My poor dad.
Well, he's very supportive too, right? I think it took him a little bit to kind of figure out what you were doing.
Yeah.
And kind of get in the groove himself.
Yes. So this garden, believe it or not, we started 2021.
2021, the garden started. But we didn't start putting content out until 2023. Mm-hmm. It was like a tooth and nail to put content out there.
Oh, for you to get your mom to...
Yeah. My mom, everyone's always told my mom, like, she's so talented and she needs to put herself out there because...
This energy, it's incredible. It's so infectious.
Thank you.
No, it's true.
Well, it took quite a while to be able to do it, and then one day I just said, Mom, I created you a YouTube account and you're going to start posting. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I love you, but everyone's going to love this. And she has the best support on YouTube. She has the best subscribers.
Oh, they're amazing.
Friends, honestly, because we had a workshop for topiaries.
Yes, saw that.
December, yes.
Well, you're building a community.
Oh my gosh, Jim,
right?
I cannot tell you how amazing it is to build that community and to find friends out there that have the same thing in common, and the knowledge that you receive from one another. The gardening world is amazing, and the people that are in it are just the most sweetest, kindest people. Once in a while I'll have a different comment. One comment out of the others, I'm like, I'll take it, right? But it is amazing, the support, and, just how people are just so kind. And I'm like, I wish I could have you guys everywhere in this world, because there's, I think with COVID, sometimes people are, it changed a lot of people.
It changed a lot of people.
And we got to look at the beauty of what's around us and the people that surround us. And the gardening community is amazing.
Well, you're exchanging ideas, passions, thoughts, probably even exchanging some of the not so good things, what went wrong in the garden.
Oh, yes, yes.
And you can learn from those things.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's been important where I do have viewers say, "Oh, you're growing that rose." I'm like, fine, don't
It was
worry.
actually our most viewed.
Yes,
It
on
was
Instagram.
our most viewed on Instagram.
No way.
My mom put, what was it?
It was the Lady Banks rose, the white one.
In a
Love,
pot.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, then the
Thornless. She was thornless, and that's what I wanted.
That's what, yeah. So that sold my mom. And we do the video. Everyone's like,
But hold on, I am going to tell you, I didn't know she was going to grow to, like, she grows super big, like ridiculous, okay? But I'm like, I'll tame her. She'll be
trimming,
fine.
she'll be fine.
Well, yeah, it did not turn out that way. We had to pull her.
The battle.
Yeah, viewers are, Laura, do you know how, yes, do you know how big Lady Banks is? Yes, but it'll be fine.
You have a little bit of restriction of growth because of the pot size.
Oh,
but-
absolutely. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to grow her on an obelisk and just keep her just really tight in that.
Yeah.
Oh, no. She was like, I got to stretch my arms.
yeah.
Yes. She did not
We're
like
like
it.
talking. We're like, I think everyone was right.
Well, I think that's the beauty of what you're doing too, though. You're accepting challenges, right? And you're okay. You're just kind of, you have a vision. You're going to try that vision, and it's okay if it fails.
Yes.
Just trying and putting
Yeah.
yourself out there, you know?
Yes. And that's how you succeed, is by failing. If you don't try at something that you're not even sure of, right? That it might not work. If you succeed at it, great. But if you fail, you learned and you know what to do different and what you can't do, right? So yes, that is really important. Totally agree
Do
with
you
you.
log those things? Do you keep a garden journal yourself? Oh, it's in your head. You're like
My
you're
husband
like
says
me.
the same thing. He's like, you need to write down. I'm like, right here.
yeah.
They used to have video diaries now too to
And that's
reflect
the thing
back,
too.
you
Yes.
know?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's making sure I'm like, go back. What day was that we did that on?
Right? Do you sit down and, like, this area we're in is a new area for you, one of the latest sort of rooms you've created. What inspires you to create this? What inspired you to go forward with a seating area?
Well, it used to be a jacuzzi, an above ground jacuzzi. And, I'm always kind of just thinking of new ideas because I can't plant anymore because I kind of used all the real estate out here. So I'm like, that jacuzzi has not been used in about a year and a half. Yeah. It's a lot of maintenance. The moment you get out, you got to treat it. The moment you do whatever temperature changes, you got to always treat it. And it was a lot of work.
And financially, there's a cost involved in maintaining and
absolutely
keeping it temperature. And if you're not really utilizing that, it's just...
Yeah, it's wasted. Yeah. And so it was sitting here, and then we were afraid to come back here because...
The spiders were too intense for me.
Yeah.
The black widows. No.
You're like, what's on the other side of that jacuzzi?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'd be like,
no.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah.
So we just kind of avoided the area.
I told my husband, I'm like, you know what? We're not using it. And we can't, unfortunately, I can't give it away. We couldn't do anything with it. So it did kind of break my heart that we had to destroy it completely because, you see there's growth everywhere and you have to get a forklift in here. So we took it down about 3 weeks ago. So it's very,
it's very recent. Wow.
Very recently. And we put the fire pit. We did s'mores the other day. Yeah. It's such a great level up here because you're a little higher. So this area here, we're calling it the gazing garden because you could see the most beautiful sunset the way this is situated. And that's what we liked about the jacuzzi is we would be here in the evening and see the sunset. But, it is perfect when you're sitting here.
You're still
and you just see
enjoying
that. And you see everything in the garden.
Well, there's a fountain in the distance, so you're not only hearing that, you're visually seeing that. You've got some beautiful pathways. Yeah. So when you sit down, like for this area, do you know the color palette you're going to choose? Do you take into account what's around you and pull from that?
That's a good question, Jack. Yes. So I'm going to tell you something really funny. So I bought this carpet, and it's very garden-esque. So it has flowers and bees. But we're trying to, let me go back a little bit. We're trying to be more French, old world, European style. So I'm like, Jade, it's so cute. I love it. But mind you, it's been raining quite a while, right?
Yes.
quite so many days, and it gets muddy with the dogs running out here. And so I'm like, I can't put it out yet until it stops raining. But Jay looked at it and she's like, oh no, Mom, we got to bring the same black and white, because we have umbrellas down there. So we got to bring that same pattern up here. I'm like,
we use a lot of black, white, green.
Yes.
Some blue.
Yes.
This little rug is just not the vibe for me.
Right.
So that's, you know, she
has to remind me, because we do have that palette. Yes, we do have the palette.
There is a palette.
Yes.
Sometimes my mom tries to try a new thing, and then we realize it's just not a good fit.
That's true.
But black, whites, Parisian, old worlds.
It's another rose. You're going to try it, and you realize maybe it's not
I got shot down, so she's like, no. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think that we
still need to put it out, though, because we've not actually put it out.
No, I just had to see it to know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm kidding.
So yes, it is a color scheme of trying to, with the greens and the blacks and the whites, the Parisian style, the old world, the European, because that's what I want. I want you to be transformed into, like, I love orange. I grew up in orange, went high school sweetheart, everything orange, but I want you to pretend you're somewhere else. Very far away, even though we're in the middle of the city.
Yeah. So then with that, how much do you think you participate in the decision making? Or do you just kind of toss things out and maybe she'll
I feel like we collaborate a lot. Yeah. A lot now, especially because I've gotten more of an idea of what she wants, and now I'm also like, okay, well, let's try this, or let's do this instead, and she'll listen to my ideas too. So I feel like it's become more of a collaboration. Ever since we started putting content out, I do feel like it's become like a me and my mom, we do these different things
team effort.
Yeah, and it's fun. Like, we just had a project, actually. We finished at like 11 p.m. last night. But we wanted to get rid of the grass that's dying.
We put new grass in October, right before the garden tour. The orange, refresh my memory. Orange garden, we put brand new grass, brand new, because my dog always tears it up, and it died. So I'm like, right away it died, and it was just dirt. So the dogs were tracking all that dirt and weeds. So we just put in that pathway, literally right after it was done raining. Actually,
no, I was out there in the rain. Like, Mom, we gotta do this. It's gonna look so good.
And this was last night.
I
love that.
11 o'clock at night, we finished.
Yeah. How do you think that your dynamic with the gardening translates into your lives? As a mother and daughter.
Yeah.
You can answer that.
No, you could go first.
You're so polite. You're like, no, you first. all smiling.
Well, my mom and I spend like we do everything together. So like in every aspect of my life, whether it's work or garden or anything, it's me and her. So actually I feel like it's created a really strong bond between us. And I'm really lucky to have that. It's not always that you get to have such a close relationship with your parents. So it's not just my mom, my dad too. So we're like all really close. I feel like they're my best friends. And it's carried into every aspect of my life. Like, it's carried into just how I live too. And then I get to appreciate these things more. And it's funny because I would have never appreciated as many flowers or varieties of flowers, or whether or not they're annual or different things I wouldn't have cared about, or fertilizing roses. I wouldn't have cared about any of that.
Rose, what's that?
It's, then now I go to, whether I go to your shop or I go to the Circle and I look around and I'm like, oh my God, I know what this is.
It's part of your life.
Yeah. So it's created a huge bond.
And this is all self-taught for you both.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I never knew before. So I've always loved gardening. So even when I first got married, my husband and I first got married, we lived in an apartment and they had a bush right outside of our apartment. I would take out the bush and put in annuals. Okay. Yeah, something. So I've always loved it, but I never knew, like, oh wait, they don't like sun? They don't like this much. I never knew. So I'm like, why do my flowers always die? What is it? Everything always die. So now I have learned, but yes, it's been self-taught, and I'm still learning.
Yeah, always. Everyone is.
And I love that I never stop learning. And it is just what's in my mind, how I translate a garden to me.
Yeah.
This is how I want to feel when I'm in a space. And yeah, everything is just like.
Well, you've done a really nice job at creating structure, but also there's a flow. There's an ease behind it. We're very challenged here in Southern California. We're zone 10, 11, and we have challenges. Our October is not like typical Octobers. We're faced with Santa Ana winds.
Yes.
And different elements, and
Yes.
so building your community across the country, probably even further. I can see some people saying, well, why are you planting that? Is that going to really work in your zone?
Yeah.
But what I see here is you've got lots of little microclimates,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And so there you should try to break out of the box a little bit, because those things may work here.
Exactly. And that's what's important. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And sort of some advice I give people when they come in and ask about that, and they want to have that little bush beside the apartment, they remove it and plant flowers, is always, no matter what garden center you're at, just go to the person that knows the most and ask them sun, shade, water requirements, all of these things.
And read the label.
Matter. Yeah, read the label. Most things are labeled. Very good. Yeah. Do you sit and plan in your head seasons and like what's next?
I do. And I sometimes I get a little sidetracked, right? So I'm like, well, I'm not going to be able to put this right now. So yeah, I start planning for the next season. And sometimes I don't. Like this last year or this new season that's starting, I was really behind. So I was really behind with the season of what I needed to plant until a spark hit me. Yeah. And the front was looking amazing.
Well, I don't think you were behind. I think
I
that
was a little behind. I was.
Well, you were focused on the front.
I was focused on the front, so the back I was like, ooh, what
Shifted
happened?
your priorities a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, I something I need to work on is just thinking of this upcoming season. So I'm prepared, because I was not prepared this year.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I just take it as it comes.
Well, I think that's with anything, whether we're decorating our home for the holidays or some years we're just behind a little bit. It's okay.
Yes.
Things happen in life.
Yes.
You're lucky
That
you
is
have
so
both
true.
of you guys for encouragement.
Yeah. Oh, it's so much
cheerleading.
fun. It is. She's my cheerleader, and I'm her cheerleader, and it's
Yeah.
There's times she has to rein me back in, and she's like, "Do you know how much that's?" Okay.
Probably picture you guys when you even go on vacation, like you're looking up where the garden centers are. Like, let's go see it.
I love it. I'll join her anytime. But she loves looking at all of them. I will say though, going to Rogers Gardens.
Oh, it's a Disneyland for.
It's gorgeous.
That's what I say. It's a Disneyland for adults.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Never thought I would care for those things.
Oh, I love
it.
Gorgeous.
Love it. It's
gorgeous.
so much fun going there, and it's you have a drink.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Yeah,
okay, you could have your lunch and then just look around and just enjoy everything.
It's incredibly inspiring. But for me, as someone in the business too, it's like, oh my gosh, the anxiety comes. Like I should be in my shop working, or I need to do this or add this, But yeah, that is the Disneyland. Of
It
garden
is.
stores.
It is the Disneyland.
Yeah.
But it is amazing, and if you want just a feel-good day, you go down there, and it just really just peps up your spirit, and you're like, okay, I got this. Let's go out to the garden.
Where do you think your design eye came from? Was that your mom or?
My own, actually, the design, right?
Kind of.
Just, I've always liked just the aesthetics of formality, but not so much formality to still have things that are just more wild or not as tightly structured. So it's something I've always liked. I don't know how this came. I know when I would go to certain garden tours or different, I would love to just see just the structure of boxwoods or the structure of a topiary. Oh, I've loved topiaries all my life.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I gotta calm myself when I'm like, I can't make everything a topiary. But it's just something I loved. It's in me. I don't know. And bunnies.
Yeah. Bunnies.
Don't know. Well, maybe I think I liked bunnies since I was little. Yeah. But it's just in me, and it's just how I visualize my garden area.
I call that a little bit of organized chaos.
Yes.
You've got that structure, but again, like you've achieved here, you've got this looseness and it's formal, but yet very casual and not overwhelming. Yeah. So when you're doing your YouTube, do you sit down and go, hey, we're going to focus on this part of the garden today, or, oh, it's time to prune roses. Let's tell people or share our experience with roses.
Yeah, I think that sometimes we try to plan it out, but it doesn't always happen that way. So if there's just a day, like we got a Royal Star Magnolia from Rogers Gardens.
Oh, I saw that in the front.
So pretty. My favorite tree ever.
And that's one that someone here in Southern California might be a little cautious of planting.
Oh yeah.
But you put it front and center, right?
And I got comments like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "We're gonna find out. I'm just gonna water it. And I'm gonna make sure I take care of her."
And that's the key, I think, in your warmer months where it may not appreciate that, is you just deep soak it, or do what I call bedding down, and you take mulch and you just keep the feet cool.
Yeah.
And I think over time it will acclimate, and we're seeing weather patterns change as well. But yeah, that's one of the first things I noticed when I pull out. Oh, wow. Because that's, for me, growing up in the South, that was one of the things that bloomed very early on.
Yeah, it's an early bloomer.
Yeah, even in some of the cooler weather, it signified spring is on the way.
Yeah, yeah.
It bloomed like a couple weeks ago. It still has some blooms, but it's just so pretty.
Well, the tricky...
So you wanted to film that.
Oh, yeah. I just wanted to film that.
Yeah.
And then it turned into the last video.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's just, I think that's also what the audience likes, is the organic of it. They want to feel like we're all together doing it.
Yeah.
And so they like just, if there's no, because there wasn't a mic at all last time. And, sure, there's points where they can't really hear her because the fountain's a little too loud, but,
I'm too loud.
Or, yeah, that does happen.
I am too loud.
It's called excitement.
I wish I'm excited. Yeah. I'm so excited. I'm like, hey, guys. And I'm there like, oh, my God, girl, what are you doing?
Well, I have to give you a little bit of a hard time here because...
please do.
Oh, no, I'm in for it. But these are all girls to you. You've attached sort of a feminine... these plants.
We're very strong women. Yeah. And I think the beauty... And I love men. I love you men. You guys are amazing. You are strong. You are the workhorse. I'm married. I got to love my husband. Yes, you're strong, but I think the beauty... I don't know why... I think just women are so beautiful and so amazing, and I feel like we bring so much like birth of new things, okay? And it's so symbolic to me of how I view a woman, just the growth, how she could, just help with her family, let them grow into better things. That's how I see a garden, and or things. I see them strong like a woman, and I call them she's. And I've had people go, why do you call them because they're beautiful like women.
You have every right to do that.
And I love it. And it's funny because during that tour that we had in October, I had an architect. I can't remember his name, but the wife and the husband came, and she's like, I love that you call them girls because the men. I'm like, oh, let's not go there. I'm going to walk away. And she's like, I love that. And I have people that love it, and some people are like, no, but most of everybody knows. And I'm hearing it, Jack. I'm hearing people calling their plants now girls. And I'm like, what did you just say? And they're like, I'm like, oh, wow, I have. And I think it's just, symbolizes growth,
strength.
Yeah.
Beauty too.
Yeah, beauty. Yeah, and just life.
Life.
I love you, men. You guys are amazing. But the women, the life. It's not about us. Men,
it's not
women,
about sexes. I think it's more about like
just the beauty.
Yeah.
What they offer.
Yeah, and the strength. Like.
Yeah.
They're all different.
So yes, that's why I just think they're just so gorgeous and just like a girl.
When you started this journey, clearly a lot of this wasn't here. What's original to the garden, or did you just and how did you go about it?
Good idea. Yes, that's a good question. Original. Maybe the bistro cement is original. The platform over there is original. Actually, it was just all ugly grass weeds. So just
trees. I mean, this amazing plumeria behind you.
Yeah, that one my mom gave me when I first moved in. When we bought the house, they gave me the plumeria, and then my dad gave me this Chinese guava tree. So it's like my mom. This symbolizes my mom and my dad. In the corner of my house, in the corner of my heart, not in a good way, right? As just posts to build something better. So those were when we moved in, they gave us those as gifts.
Well, they're sort of watching over.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well. They're there with you.
Right there with me, right? And so that was from my mom and dad. That was what they gave to us.
What color is the plumeria?
Yellow. Yellow, yes. I wish it was pink because I love pink. But sorry, Mom, I do love yellow. I mean, but yes,
compliments pink.
Yes, it does complement pink very well. But there was nothing here. There was the tree was a Mother's Day gift. That's when I started getting into gardening, and that's about 10 years ago. But I wasn't yet into gardening because my son would run around with his cleats and play soccer or play football. So anything that I would put, he would kill it because he would kick it and he'd break it.
Kid.
And I'd be like, oh, right? No. So, yeah, everything is fairly new.
Yeah.
Everything is really new, like 2021 new. Yeah.
So starting out, what piece of advice could you give someone who's listening that has a jacuzzi slab and that's it and some grass?
Well, always put things you love. And if you don't end up loving it, take it out. Okay? You're here to provide that happiness, what's in you, right? Like if that's not providing you happiness, take it out. It's okay. It's okay. And we're not here to judge you. We're here to provide that safe place, that happy place for you, right? Yeah. So I think always, do things that are going to make you happy. Not everybody else, you. That's number one. And number two, look at your garden. Look to see where the sun is coming, the shade, the different times of the day. That's how you will become successful and not be so frustrated. Because sometimes it is frustrating if you're not paying attention to the light or, during the winter, that's going to be an all shade area. Always pay attention to your garden, and it'll tell you what you should plant in there. So that's probably the two. What do you think? The two main.
Two very good ones.
Yeah, that I would recommend.
How much time do you spend in your garden each week? I know, right? That's a hard, and probably varies time of year.
It does,
season, of course,
it does.
But on average,
a lot. I would say.
Like, if you didn't have to eat.
Sometimes I don't eat.
No, there's times where, dinner's ready, and she's like,
well, 11:30 last night. Come on, quit pulling the grass out. And
exactly. I'm in here, I would say I let the dogs out from 8 o'clock in the morning till sometimes 9 o'clock at night. And I'm in and out because I do work, so I have to make sure I have to go to work. So I do. I'm in here
a lot.
Well, I almost feel like because I was going to on the other end, I was going to ask you how much time do you spend relaxing out here, but I sort of answered that myself. Tell me if this is fair to say, because your work time out here is kind of like your relaxing time. Is that?
It is. It is my relaxing time.
So you don't let it overwhelm you.
Yes, it is my relaxing time, but it's really hard as a gardener to sit here and go, oh, I need to go plant that. Yeah. Like right now, I'm looking at it right there, and that part that hellebores needs to be planted, and I'm always looking. So sometimes it's really hard for me to just enjoy the moment and just, take it easy. This is why you made it, and I'm like, but I see a big weed. So, but it still provides me with so much joy. Even when I'm working, I hear a lot of people saying, it must be a lot of work. I don't consider this work.
Yeah.
I don't. It's so weird when people say that to me. I'm like, what? What do you mean? No, I love it. I love it so much. I don't see it as work.
Well, and you have the wonderful opportunity to have Jade
jump
in with you.
I love it.
As well.
It's been such a blessing. It really has done something to my family when they come out here, and they're so happy to be out here and all the greenery and the beautiful time of the year and the different flowers that are blooming.
Yeah.
And it has really brought us together, and it swells my heart because I'm creating what I want. I'm creating that effect of the garden, of something I wanted to do. is to make people people in my family to feel happy. And when you come over too, when you go, oh my gosh, that makes me happy. Oh. It makes me happy, and I'm like, oh yay!
Well, right after the magnolia, I looked at that kumquat you have.
Oh yeah.
Try to have everybody guess how many kumquats. There's hundreds on that.
Oh, yeah, it's really happy this year.
Gosh, it's happy.
Really happy.
Yeah. She always provides a lot. See, I'm just said she always provides a lot of kumquats. But she is abundant in the kumquats this year, and they're so good. They're so good.
How do you take that? Because each year is going to be different. There's going to be some winners some years, some not so much success, and then there's winners. Does that kind of, you just go with the flow? Yeah, kind of.
Like next year. It'll be better next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, next year. And if it doesn't do well, then I'll just pull it out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shape up or shape out.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Come on, we're on a program
You got
here.
1 year.
No, I'll give you a little longer than that. But yeah, I try to give things an opportunity to, grow and get into their season. But
yeah. And I don't want you to get anyone in trouble here, but like say pansies, do you let them just hang on till the bitter end, or is there a point where you just like, okay, there's time for them to
If
go?
they look really bad, then I'll pull them out. Yeah. But there's times that it's been June and they're still holding on and they're still looking really pretty. Last year,
they held on for a long time.
They were really holding on, and I'm like, I cannot pull them. I see other gardeners that pull beautiful. I'm like, no, don't pull them. They're still shining for you. They're still trying to bloom.
Yeah.
But yeah, when they get like really, then I'll pull them. It won't be so sad to pull them then.
Yeah. Are you good at identifying the struggles like pest, diseases? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And right now, in fact, I'm dealing with aphids on my hellebores, on the hellebores in the bistro area, and it's a fight. Every week I have to go out there and spray them down because they're winning the fight, but it's like I'm like back and forth. I'm like, my turn. I'm gonna win this week. But the aphids, and just different things. I'm now seeing like, oh, I have rust on my roses. I gotta spray them, and so it's great to see. I don't like to see that, but I have to.
It's a part of it.
It is a part of it. It is a part of it.
And identifying it early on is key.
That is key.
It gets out of control.
I did lose hellebores last year because I got too busy and I didn't pay attention, and the aphids won the war.
Yeah. I'm battling with grubs right now.
Oh my gosh!
It's so bad this year.
Yeah. They are. Have you seen the size of them?
They're big.
They're terrible.
They're huge. And the crows go to town.
Well, and squirrels, they're digging for them. So I'll plant a plant, and all of a sudden it's like 10 feet away the next day because silly squirrels have uprooted it looking for grubs.
I mean, the crows are doing its job by getting the grubs.
But they make holes up in the front.
And I see them all around the neighborhood. Yeah. But those grubs are so huge. Ugh.
Yeah, I feel like it's worse this year than ever.
It is worse. And they're fat and like, they're not very
what happened to you?
Yeah.
Oh, they got some extra steroids. They weren't, they were pretty big,
So for you, Jade, what's does this inspire you? Your creative mind anyway. You're behind the camera typically, but you love the aspect of the design and sharing with your mom. Where does your career lead? What do you aspire?
That's a wonderful question. I mean, this has been something that I've been able to use as an outlet, honestly, for the past 2-3 years. Mm-hmm. It's been awesome to have that community with my mom. Sometimes I look and, my dad is like, you could go and do this for small businesses.
Yeah.
And, just show the real side of things. And I don't know, honestly. You think that you have to have your life figured out at a certain time, and that's what I'm struggling with right now. It's like, I have to know what I want to do with my life. But right now,
but do you really?
No, right?
So
do you ever know what you are doing? Like, I don't think so. But right now, I'm focusing on this. I work still.
We work together.
So our work is also together, and then what we do here is also together. And I'm happy with the life that I have right now. It's been, a lot of support from my family, and I've been really grateful. So, life's not always easy, but we're making it work.
I was going to say balancing that.
Yeah.
You know, like the sun's out right now. It's like, oh, let's work outside today. Let's go film some content.
Yeah.
It's very easy to do that on a beautiful day.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
oh,
it
yeah.
is.
Yeah. It's so easy to just get out there and start filming here. Like even on Instagram, I'm like, I'll just put reels up.
Yeah.
Because like it's just here. Like it's so easy. It's so pretty, and especially because everything's blooming right now.
Well, look at the rewards it brings you too. You're fulfilling people's I don't say dreams, or you're inspiring them.
Yes, yes.
You're taking a part of their day and making it better. And do your followers share their gardens? Do you get pictures of them?
I
all the
do.
time?
Yes, we do, and it's so amazing.
Oh my gosh, one we recently got,
It was
and
gorgeous.
I'm like, wait, you need to have your own YouTube channel. It was insane. It was gorgeous, like arches and just climbing Edens and just beautiful pots with just flower. It was gorgeous.
It was
And
gorgeous.
she sent that to us.
I love that.
It's amazing. And then some people local, like near the beach, near Rogers Gardens, also sent us his garden as well. We're very lucky to have such awesome like friends, honestly, that send everything about their like gardens.
Yeah.
We get to see it.
We do.
Which
And
is so
you're right.
great.
And friends, you said something really important. So now with the YouTube, I have made friends through YouTube, where now we're on, texting and sending pictures of like, look what I got today. And I love that. And I'm like, I love that. So it's done such wonderful things. And the front, people say they love just to walk towards the front because they love just to see all the flowers, and it makes them happy. And then that makes me really happy.
Thriving right now.
The front is thriving.
Happy.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
This is such a walkable neighborhood too. It inspires your neighbors, I'm sure. And what they're doing.
Yeah, and they say that, and they're like, "We're gonna go back." I'm like, "Oh, please do!" And they ask me questions like, "How do I grow this?" And I, tell them. So I love it. And before that garden, I never was outside all the time in the front because I'd be back here. I never really got to meet. I mean, we've been here for 22 years. I've never really met my neighbors the way I have met them now.
Through gardening.
Yeah. And
look at you now. You have a whole dining room table out there.
Yeah. It's been so much fun.
It's so nice. We'll have some alfresco dining.
Yeah.
A lot, like
during the
last
summer.
year. So it was really nice. Once the front was done, we're like, okay, cool.
So what's next? What's on the list?
What's on the list? What's next? I don't think I have anything big right now. Talk to me next week, Jack.
Yes,
talk to
it'll
me
change.
next week.
Yeah.
Working on some landing pads right now.
Yeah, that's a
But
small
that's really
project. Like you saw the cobblestones.
That's
that
the
we put
project right
down.
now, though.
So we're not done with that because you could probably see the moss that I have
I
in the
love that.
flats.
Yeah.
Me too. I love it. Yeah. So, okay, here's a great example. I'm going to try to put that in between the cobblestones. I have a dog. I don't know how successful.
Yeah.
Even if it gives me a day of joy, hey, I'll do it.
Yes. I think there'll be some challenge.
Yes.
There, but, you've given plenty of room to, and that particular moss grows fairly fast.
Yes.
So that's kind of a winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the dog when he does the bull,
Oh, right.
And I'm like, oh, don't do that. He wipes
Hopefully
his
it
paw.
won't happen because now there's no like weed grass going on over there.
Yeah, so now it's those.
Like if he sees there's opportunity.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's the case.
But you've also built in a lot of fragrance into this garden.
Yes.
There's a ground cover over here with fragrance, the
Yes.
chamomile. So
Yes.
that'll show him. He'd be like trying to dig. You're really providing this beautiful fragrance.
Exactly. Yeah, I have a lot of thyme too. A lot of lemon thyme, variegated lemon thyme, sage. So I kind of put that in the garden too. But yeah, hopefully I don't know. You know what, Jack? It's probably not going to work. I'm going to be honest with you. Because he's probably going to destroy it.
You're going to give it your all, though. That's for
good
sure.
Vibes.
But you know that look, right, between the moss between the pavers or
I
between
love it. Oh, yeah.
I love that look. So that's what I'm going to try. That's what we're working on.
That's what we're working
That is
on
what
right
we're working.
now.
So we still have this area,
Yeah.
the other side that we're going to try to do the cobblestones, but we ran out of time. It was 11:30 when we finished last.
Yeah.
And then we're going to plant the moss and see how that goes.
Yeah.
So that's my next, or the project I'm working on now.
So for those that are listening that want to follow you and learn more about what you guys do and your gardening, tell us your socials and how to find you.
Okay, so you can find me on YouTube on Laura B. Gardening. You could also find me on Instagram on Laura B. Gardening.
And that's BBEE. Correct?
Yes, like a bee.
Yeah.
It actually has. Sorry, I know I love to tell you all my stories.
No, please. That's what we're here for.
It has two meanings. So Laura B. Gardening. My last name starts with a B. Okay. So that's where you'll find me too. So Laura will be in the garden. So Laura B. Gardening.
Yes.
Right? Or Laura B. Because a lot of people also call me LB, right? Or Laura B. Gardening. So it kind of had different meanings to it too. But I love bees because that's what helps us all, like, you know, with our plants and the, you know, just having pollinate everything. And that's what we want. Because for the bees, we wouldn't have gardens.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. So indulge me. We're going to say that one more time, your socials again, on Instagram and your YouTube.
You could follow us on Laura B. Gardening on YouTube and on Instagram.
Perfect.
Thank you, Jack.
Well, there's so much I'm sure we could just go on and on and on.
I thought we were just starting, Jack. Come on.
What I would love, maybe we come back another season.
Absolutely.
And, I'm sure Leo's going to give you some beautiful visuals of the garden today. And hopefully this has inspired everyone to find their own gracious space.
Too. Yes.
In their garden. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Jack.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, it was so much fun.
Oh, it's been my pleasure.
Great time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jack.
All right, folks, have a beautiful day out there gardening.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.